What's good, people? This is the Rap Roundtable. Your boy Jarv here, Sincere the Rap Snob, Dini the Balance, the homie Mase. We just want to make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, help us get our numbers up. We're trying to get 2,000 subs, 5,000. Y'all know how this go. If y'all think we're good and y'all love the content, some of y'all always say, yo, how come y'all don't have more views? It's because y'all don't sub. So make sure y'all do that and tap in with us. Peace.
The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable returns. Episode 43 of the most dangerous, the anti-nah-nah, New York bite. Well, I don't know.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? But we are the Rap Roundtable. It's your boy Jarv here alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up, what up?
Alongside Dini the Balance. Alongside the homie Mase.
It's good, yeah.
And for 43, I have a very, very, very special guest. New York's very own, Brooklyn's very own, Eddie Kaine. Welcome to the Rap Roundtable family.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
I needed that ad-lib too. I appreciate you doing that. So I'm going to clip that, add that to the drops. You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever there's a podcast, we're there. Tap in with us.
We are tonight's entertainment.
Fellas, it's good to be back. Mase, it's good to see you back in the fold. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir, man. You was making us nervous.
Yeah.
You showed up like 2.5 minutes ago.
We was missing KD last episode, bro. Definitely a Draymond, bro. We needed the whole unit in here, B.
A couple ISOs for the game.
But,
got you.
as usual, when we have a guest here, we like to give them the full ISO before we get into the news. So Eddie Kaine, let's just start right with it, man. Let us know about you. Like, who is Eddie Kaine? What's your history? Besides where you from, how did you come up in this rap space?
All right, so yeah, man, I was one of those ones that was running around Brooklyn, young and shit, doing open mics and shit. So I learned young, you know what I mean, about selling your own CDs and shit. So I was outside handing my CDs and doing all of the open mic shows and then networking and meeting new people, you know, and I was always putting projects out once I learned about different sites and all of that shit, but it wasn't until I met my brother Rim, you know what I'm saying? That's when, you know, everything really started to click and, you know, I started, you know, really buzzing and shit. So,
that's what I like to hear.
But I was grinding since the youth.
And you picked a time where our city is not in the forefront to deliver a certain kind of music that a certain segment don't want to hear. So early on, I'll ask you right away, did you ever feel pressure to be like, let me do what these dudes are doing. Let me get some really tight jeans, dye my hair, some weird ad-libs, or just do some other shit?
No, not at all. Because me, honestly, I grew up with an older brother. When you grow up with an older sibling, you know what I'm saying? The influence is crazy. So my brother always had CD books, so I was always going through CD books, listening to a bunch of music that I shouldn't be listening to. So I always wanted to channel that. So when I started seeing shit getting to the, you know, tats all over the faces and the colorful hair, I just always wanted to stick to the golden era hip hop that I grew up on.
Stayed in your pocket. I respect that.
Yeah.
So you could jump in, bro.
That's a fact. I think I read somewhere that your parents both had professions in music.
Not so much profession. My pops was a DJ, you know what I'm saying?
DJ, okay.
Yeah, hood DJ, party DJ, running
copy.
from spot to spot. You know, my mom used to sing in the choir and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, music influence was crazy.
Yeah, tell us how that molded you.
It was crazy. It was crazy in the crib because, you know, I had an older sister, older brother also. So it was just like, you know, you go in different rooms, you hearing different genres of music. You know, I'm listening to R&B. If I run into my sister's room, I'm listening to Capone and Noriega, all the Wu-Tang and all that. If I run in there with my brother. My pops was a big fan of West Coast hip-hop for some reason. You know, he was bumping Snoop and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary shit, though.
And Mom Dukes was, you know, with the old soulful hip-hop, gospel and all that. But, you know, she was more Anita Baker, Al Green at the time. So that's what I was growing up listening to also. So, you know, that's what make the music more versatile. That's why I'm not afraid to, you know, harmonize and all that music.
That's soul influence. I hear it in your music for sure.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit more about, like, you know, like, how you want to inject that soul back into hip hop, because I feel like, you know, in a certain essence, in a certain way, it's a little bit missing. You know what I mean? So how much pressure do you feel to, like, you know, represent for that golden era?
Yo, you know, it's no pressure. It's no pressure to me at all because I don't look at it like that. You know, I'm just still doing the music. I'm still channeling what I want to hear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to hear the good feel, the good, you know what I mean, harmonizing with some hard bars. So it's like, you know, that's what me and my guys do. So that's like basically my only thing about it. Like, I don't really feel like it's any pressure on me to try to. I'm just doing what I've been doing. It's my natural passion, man. And it's like, I did my first studio session at 8 years old. Like, I'm a little different from that. I've been
doing this.
Yeah, man. I always tell people, you know what I mean? I managed to get my diploma, but I feel like I slipped through the cracks in high school because when everybody thought I was doing my work, I always wrote rhymes. Since like 6th grade, you know what I'm saying? In the back of the class, just writing rhymes. So, you know, that was just always something I did. So I'm just doing what I, you know, just flowing.
That makes sense. Because I know when we went to a show, when I hollered at you first about coming on the show, I was like, I told Sin you was performing with Rim actually, and I was like, yo, this nigga's a professional rapper. Like, the breathing, you want a lot of times the dudes on stage, they yelling into the mic, they out of breath, like you was doing the shit like it was nothing. So now that you say that, it makes a lot of sense that you've been getting your reps in since however old you were.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Pep rallies, man.
Shit,
It started in elementary school, man. I was rapping since 8 years old, 9 years old, in front of crowds, you know. And then I started doing the open mics and the shows. I was always in front of a stage. So.
There's usually a moment of clarity that certain artists have, though. Like, you know, you grew up doing it from young, but at a certain point, you like really feel it in your heart of heart, like, yo, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm nice at this. Did you have like a story like that or a moment like that where you was just
I was tied up in the streets like 16, 17 years old, and when I was running with my homeboys and all that, it was like, you know, we used to go to the studio, but you know when you know people are, you know, kind of half-assing and playing and stuff, so my kind of only push for it was to show, like, yo, this shit ain't no joke. We can really do this shit.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, look. And that's why I always just gave it my all, but that was mainly it, though.
Yeah.
So I got to tap into the last 3 projects, the one this year and the 2 from 2020.
Okay.
And the rapping ability is it's really almost flawless, bro. Like, as far as like the way you deliver the music, you know what I'm saying? So it was there the last 3 joints, and that's the only 3 I was able to tap into. I wanted to know, was that ability always there, or that's something you kind of had to hone?
Me personally feel like, you know, I grew into it. You know, all of my music, you could hear the growth in my projects.
Definitely.
But, you know, that's...
But that skill was there, though, in the 3 projects.
That's what I kind of felt growing up. But, you know, you listen back and you hear your growth and you be like, oh, shit, like, damn, I said this. But, you know, I always felt like, you know what I'm saying, I had it. Gotta have that confidence. You know?
Yeah.
Nah, because I noticed I've known some rappers in the past that, like, they were not confident. They needed, like, they mans to tell them they were good.
Yeah.
Like you one of the first I've spoken to was like, nah, nigga, I'm nice. I knew I was nice.
Yeah. I just always had people that, you know what I mean, gave me the boost, the confident boost. You know what I'm saying?
That's clutch.
Yeah. More.
See what I gotta say. What's good, Kaine, by the way? I know I came late. I didn't introduce myself. What's good, brother? But just like Dean said, the rapping ability is one thing. You know what I mean? Top notch throughout. And it's interesting knowing that your parents have a musical background, because when we get to your newest project, by the time we get to No Survivors, and then we get the doo-wop, and we hearing the listen. I'm saying I didn't know the brother could sing too. This is what I'm trying to say. So the hearing that, you know what I mean. Shout to the stylistics, by the way. You know what I mean. By the time we get over there, I'm like, wow, he really is multi-talented. Is that something you always knew about yourself, or?
Yeah, that was always something I wanted to explore, because, you know, I just always wanted to show my versatility. You know what I mean? And growing up, I used to sing and play around in the crib, and they always used to just, you know, joke around, shut up, this, that, and the third. But I always playfully did it. So my mom's always did tell me, like, you don't sound bad. You know, I used to always joke around. So I always had that confidence in the studio to, you know, not be afraid to just see how it sound. And then, you know, you stick with it after a while. It was certain joints when I wasn't letting people tell me, yo, don't sing on this or don't do this. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. You know?
It's working. I gotta say.
I mean, that's how you learn. You gotta try shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So I could tell you're a movie buff, because your rap ability is more like cinematic. Like, I listen to you rap, and it's like you painting pictures, lyrics. I literally feel like I'm on a stroll through the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Without getting into too much detail about the hood, you dig? Give me some detail about the hood.
Man, well.
Give me Brooklyn on the rundown. I'm a Bronx nigga, so I need to give me the rundown. I need to know what that Brooklyn rap is like.
All right, listen, man. If you from Brooklyn, you jumping off the porch. It's a lot out there, man, depending on where you go. You know what I'm saying? But you will learn your lessons. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. It's like Brooklyn don't got no picks. You know what I'm saying? You meet the right people, you'll get into the right situations. You meet the wrong people, you'll get into the wrong situations.
That's a fact.
It's no hands up. It's no this. It's no pick. So you just gotta know your ins and outs and just.
I'm a
be mindful of
sidewalk
what's
nigga.
going on.
I'm on the sidewalk.
You gonna have to explain that to him. He don't know what that means.
I'm a
That's
street
true.
nigga.
What's that?
I'm on the
Yeah.
sidewalk. You dig? So I like talking to the street niggas and getting their perspective on how things are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. You
I-
know what I'm saying? It's
nigga.
just like, you just gotta know what's going on. You just gotta keep your third eye open out here, man. It's a bunch of phony people. It's cool
That's a
people,
fact.
but you don't know who is who at first. So you just gotta be mindful with relationships you building. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about how Brooklyn has changed over the years? Because, I mean, it's
How
a
much of it
different
do you
world.
still recognize?
Yeah, like
Not much. It's real. It's
I heard,
gentrified.
like
but
Biggie's apartment is going for like millions of dollars now. That shit is crazy to me.
Gentrification.
Yo, you know what's crazy though is certain spots. It's not the blocks in
Right.
the hood.
Yeah,
So
right.
you'll see a dope building right here, then you'll still see an abandoned building, and then you'll probably still see something going on. Around there. So,
Right, I heard you shouting out Bed-Stuy, Quincy. It's still the same over there.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
yeah, for sure.
Speaking of Brooklyn, though, you had a project. I think the one before this most recent one called "The Tree Grows" in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And you linked up with Big Ghost Ltd.
Yeah.
Right. Tell us a little bit about how you and homie linked up, because I've been following him since like the blog days. He used to have this crazy blog, and then he started making beats and producing with a lot of artists. So how did y'all link up?
Yeah, no doubt. So doing music with my bro Rem, he tapped in, and we had a song that we laid down before that, never got to, get into the forefront, but he was like, yo, maybe we should do a project or whatever. And I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, that's what's
I'm
up.
with it. Let's
Yeah.
make it happen.
Just
He
make it
sent
good.
some beats, and we got to work. I never saw him.
Yeah, he's a
So
huge
everything
mystery.
is email and
That's
shit.
what everybody
That's
talk
what
about. I
it-
never
Facts.
saw
Bro,
him.
Well,
this guy's
his
a
name
huge
is
mystery.
Big
Who-
Ghost, you know what I mean? Makes sense.
Yeah. So, I respected that. I ain't want to, it is what it is. He sent the beats through. I took a year to cook up, because I wanted to, just live a little, go through
Right.
certain things, have some shit to talk
pull
about.
from,
and, it was real. All of that stuff in that project is 100% true. So
Did you feel any pressure like, all right, I'm working with this producer. He's worked with this person and that person. I got to make sure my shit is right?
nope.
Okay. Say
I
less.
feel like I feel like when you look at it like that, when you take that route, that's when you start fucking up.
Right.
Just be you, be yourself, just let it flow. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Do what you was doing that got you in that spot. Don't try to change nothing. Don't try to make no, you know what I mean?
Fact.
Major
That's a
adjustment.
fact. You mentioned Rim, and that was a question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Like, what's the history there? Like, you guys have been collaborating for years.
That's my brother.
That's your brother. Like, what's the genesis of that relationship?
So I met him through mutual people, like family people. It's just like family that you just didn't get to meet. You know what I mean?
Got
And,
you.
once me and Rim met, we clicked. We started doing music. We locked in forever, man. It's just like that.
Energy was
Word.
different on All Wrong. Like, what?
Yo.
Yeah.
Doo-wop. Energy was just different.
Now, I appreciate the ball work. It seems like y'all keep each other's swords sharp. Like, it's a not to say competition, but yeah, I know if this dude's on the record, I know what my shit got to sound like, and vice versa.
Kind of. Not really.
Okay.
Keeping it 100. That All Wrong joint, that Bucktown Salute, we probably wrote that. Nah, no bullshit. We probably wrote that in like 25 minutes, a half an
That's
hour.
crazy.
Just
Man,
sitting
that's
there going
crazy.
back and
That
forth,
shit is
throwing it down.
crazy.
And that's what we do. You know what
I
I'm saying?
love
That's
that
what
record.
we do. And it appears natural. It's not
Natural,
no thought
yeah.
in my mind where it's like, oh, I gotta like make sure this bar is tight because bro did. Nah, this shit just kind of like flow. Like,
Okay, that's
you know
that
what I mean?
natural chemistry. You don't even think about nothing.
For sure.
I appreciate that.
What's your
go ahead,
studio
dude.
routine, bro?
Uh,
Everybody got a studio routine. I love to hear people's studio
I don't
routine.
bullshit in the studio. I write my music and all that at the crib. You know what I mean? I make sure I got everything. I go in and I work. You know what I mean? A lot of people come in, they got the crowds with
Yeah.
them, they got this. I usually like to go probably 1 deep, 2 deep, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
Couple of ears you trust, basically.
Basically, take my smoke, take my bottle, and I'm zoning out.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's always a certain drink, a certain weed, and a certain snack for a studio vibe.
This man is a professional.
Yeah, I just
name.
need Pinot
that's a
Grigio,
fact.
No.
some Pinot Grigio, some water, some grams. I'm good.
That's
Right first and then
facts.
beats, or beats first and then right?
No. I write first.
Right first, and then
Oh,
put it to
that's
the beat.
tough.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
write first. It's times where, you know what I mean? I get the beat. I'll hear it once. And I usually don't write to beats. Like if the beat is just playing, I can't really function. I gotta listen to the beat probably like once, and I just stop it.
That's actually surprising, right? Like your pocket work, it would seem as though you write to the beat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's nice. We get it. Yo, on your last project that just dropped a couple of weeks back, you had a bar on there about mumble rappers, and then people questioning your content. Is that something that you've had to deal with? Is that did you pull from that? Or
Not too bad, but I just wanted to put that out there.
I appreciated it. I was like, yeah,
for sure. I just wanted to put it out there though before it get a little too crazy. That just be mindful of what's going on now. We still trying to feed our families at the end of the day. There's people out here that's spitting the craziest content, but they ain't making that dollar. So
I mean, I like where the space is at right now. I feel like 5 years ago, I think that Double XL class that we talked about last episode with Uzi and them niggas, it was real nasty out here.
It was getting a little too crazy.
It felt like people like yourselves took the baton and said, this is ridiculous. Like, there's a space for us.
We're going to go this way.
Right.
And
I ran with that.
Nail polish and purses.
So with that, I say, I go on the blogs, I read the comments, because comment creeping is really where you get the opinions and shit. A lot of people are starting to get upset about the popularization of the lo-fi sound, boom bap, whatever you want to call it. What do you think about this sound getting the shine that it's getting currently?
I mean, I love it. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? This is what we started on, you know what I'm saying? Music is supposed to transition and, go through its changes, but it's like, if people want to still make the golden era music, the sound and all of that, then you got to respect that. You know what I mean? Channeling our roots here. This is what we grew up on. This is what we came up on.
I figured you would want that. People want it to be niche as opposed to popular. They feel like it's going to get whacked if it gets too popular.
I also feel like, in 3-4 years, hip-hop is going to be like this. It's going to be, you know what I mean? You either going to want this real raw, gritty type form of hip-hop, or you going to want the commercialized pop. You know what I mean? Type hip hop.
I agree with that.
I think it's definitely swinging back in the other direction, back to that golden era. Because, people get tired of a certain sound over and over and over again. So, it's just got to go back.
Just talking about that last night. Like, I guess I was playing devil's advocate, and the nigga was like, he's tired of the trap shit. Everything sounds the same. Like, he listens to the Gunna Project, and he was like, yo, this shit sound the same. So I was like, what if a nigga says, I put on a West Side tape, and that shit sound the same? Like, what would you say to that, Son?
Oh, you asking me now?
Yeah,
I'm being interviewed?
Because he was a rap snob. Because he's a rap snob like you. So it's like, I felt like I was talking to you when he said that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, there's room for growth in whatever lane you're in. But the way that the algorithms, on the internet are working right now, it's like, you gotta feed, and we deal with this as well. You know what I mean? Like,
algorithms are nasty out there.
Algorithms just are feeding certain content to certain audiences, and that's it. It's just like a straight stream every time.
You feel pressure with that algorithm? Like boom, like if I put this out, I know this would get X amount of clicks, but if I do that, it's not gonna get the same amount. Or you don't give a fuck about the algorithm.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah, that's not me.
I respect that.
I want to swing back around to something you were saying earlier, because you were saying that like that there was a song you were doing and it just came naturally, right? And you wrote in like 15, 20 minutes, and that was that, right? But I'm thinking of this song from I think it was from A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, Fatal Attraction. That was from that project, right?
That was crazy.
Yeah. Because like that's a conceptual song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't hear too many of those anymore. Like you hear like bars and street tales and like that grimy shit, but you don't usually hear too many like thought-provoking songs these days. You know what I mean? How long did it take you to write that? And how important do you think it is to, broaden your as an artist, broaden your horizons conceptually?
Yeah, that was I think it's real important, you know what I'm saying? That was like a little challenge for me. I wanted to, make that a joint, like one of the joints that I grew up listening to, because I listen to a lot of different music, but I don't listen to too much, but I haven't been really hearing that. So it took me a little while. I can't say how long. That's probably one of the records where I probably like wrote a verse and I could go from writing a whole joint to 20 minutes to probably
sitting down with
taking
for a
2 weeks, 3 weeks, just coming back to the joint. So every time I felt like, all right, I got a couple bars so I can stay on the concept, and that's how.
Yeah, I appreciated it because like in hip hop, obviously we talk a lot about money and how it affects our lives, but rarely do you hear people talking to money, like as if it's like standing right in front of you. You know what I mean, and having a conversation with it and saying, "Yo, like you helped my life in this way, but you fucked up my life in this other way."
Did anybody? Y'all know if anybody did that?
Nah,
not really.
I can't name it off top.
The only thing that comes to mind is Nas had "Money Is My Bitch."
Yeah.
On I Am, but it wasn't quite the same way that you did it. Like
I
talking
gotta
very
listen to
different.
that again.
And I was
I
like,
gotta listen to that again.
Yeah, it was different.
I mean, you would
Money
know,
is
you
a
know,
woman
Nas,
basically in the
you know
song.
what I mean?
In the song.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, what's that, 98, 99?
99.
Yeah.
Which
that's-
joint?
Yeah,
Still
but
Mad?
it was a
That
different
was
angle
I Am.
because he
It
was
was
making
I
it a
Am.
woman.
The one with the esophagus. Esophagus.
Sarcophagus.
There we go.
Yo.
There you go.
Esophagus?
And that big joint,
fuck
that
are
big
you
ghost
talking
joint is
about?
crazy.
I hold the L.
The big ghost
look at
joint
that
is crazy
joint.
because right
Big
after
joint
Fatal
Big Ghost
Attraction,
joint is hard.
I believe you got the stage Keep It True joint, right?
Yeah.
And so you mentioned on that joint you mentioned your Mount Rushmore and how we met. Excluding yourself, because like how Deanie likes to hear about the studio, I like to hear about a great rapper's Mount Rushmore. Who you got on your Mount Rushmore, Kaine?
Good question.
Uh-oh.
I know
put him on
Nas
the
up there.
spot
I'm
with
gonna make
that
it easy. 'Cause listen to the bars. He's a Nas fan, so we put Nas up
I
there.
ain't mad at it though.
No, listen though.
Some Brooklyn gangster shit.
Big
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
J.
There you go.
There's 4 heads on the Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nah, you
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. It's
Yo,
beautiful.
believe it or not, this, you know what I mean, big influence on my life, man. Cam.
Okay.
Hey, I ain't mad at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
That's
appreciate
killer.
that.
Personally,
Pick.
Yeah.
Applaud that.
We some Cam fans over there.
Cam had an effect on
This
you.
dude don't
Shout to
appreciate
Flea.
Cam,
Yeah.
but the rest of us understand
Hey,
Cam's
I ain't
feelings,
never said
you know what
that
I mean?
once in my life. Y'all assume.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
Y'all
just me
come to
being all the way
assumptions.
honest.
Nah, I like that.
Killer had
Listening
a
to
run,
those
man.
4 dudes, you know what I mean, molded me to be who I am. Lyrically,
That makes sense.
style-wise, attitude-wise, those 4.
Real New York guy.
So-
over there,
Where do
yeah?
you see yourself in this in the next few years? Like, what's the goal of Eddie Kaine?
What's few?
Give me.
5-year window.
There you go. 3 to
All right.
5.
3 to 5. I'm trying to be set. I'm just working. I'm just working. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be set. Trying to do a little bit of everything. I'm gonna go crazy with the music, of course. But I'm trying to get into other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know what I mean?
Ghostwriting, maybe.
I feel like the space
Definitely that, but you know,
Yeah.
probably some, you know what I mean, some acting and all of that. You know,
There
I'm
you
open
go.
to that. You
That's
know what I'm
what's up.
saying? For sure.
I would say musically, the space is definitely opening up for you to run through it, though.
For
'Cause
sure.
A lot of guys who are getting the clicks, they not nicer than you, bro.
Yeah, man.
So
At
I
all.
feel like this year, if you keep going where you going, Eddie Kaine's gonna be like viral.
I appreciate
Real
that,
soon.
bro.
I
The
believe
music
that
ain't
shit.
going nowhere. The
I
music-
believe
yeah,
that shit,
yeah,
bro.
the music ain't going nowhere.
Real quick, how do you
I
feel
asked
about
Deanie when I say yo, I think this guy's that guy. I be right.
He be
I
on
ain't gonna
point.
lie,
more,
that's a fact.
more right than wrong?
And it don't
Yeah,
happen all the
man.
time. He don't say it all the time, so that means something.
But real quick, how do you feel about because it just came up, the ghostwriting thing? Because like this is like a sort of a double-edged sword. Like you look at somebody that's being written for, and you look at them as lesser, but somebody's writing for them and getting a bag, and usually it'd be the ones that we look at as upholding the culture, but they're feeding into what people always say is a detriment to the culture. So it's a very, very mixed bag. How do you feel about the ghostwriting thing?
So as far as the artist that receives ghostwriting, once you receive a ghostwriter, you kind of off my list. Like I'm from the
disqualified?
hood.
There you
Yeah, I'm
go.
from the hood.
Yeah.
I don't,
There you go.
Oh, okay.
On
I
God.
don't
Respect
do that at all. You know
Ding,
what I'm saying?
applause,
But
something.
as far as making a hit, you know what I mean? Whatever these artists got to do to make they hit, that's not the route that I take. But
Yeah.
if it make your good music, if it make their good music, then do what you got to do.
I mean,
but,
business is business, right?
right.
It depends on
That's
what you're
that's
trying
what
to
we
do.
in it for. You know what I'm saying?
If you're
But
trying to
as
be
far-
the best, no. But if you're just trying to make the best compilation of music, live your life. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You're not in the best discussion if you had a ghostwriter.
Yeah,
Period.
on God.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm glad you said it.
I was gonna ask, but I ain't want to ask. You know what I mean?
I'll say it.
So Aubrey's disqualified?
To me?
I mean, you said it, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Always
Respect is always
disqualified.
given as a musician, but as a rapper, it's a different world we're in, man.
That's fair. Another thing I noticed, I like to observe, like, in the past year we've been going to like different shows, and I see like the underground space. I see a lot of the same faces. Is that by design? Like I see you, I see Rim, I see Nems, I see Rome, I see Passport Rav, and a few other people. And I'm like, yo, is that the wave? Is that how we move it? Wavy the God.
Wavy the God, yeah.
Is that the movement currently? Oh, is this looking like the next golden era?
Yeah, man, I'm guessing so.
Because I'm like, and it be all over. It's not like it's in one like particular neighborhood. I go different shows in different parts of New York City. I see you. I'm like, these niggas is moving.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Walkers, man. Yeah, it's a whole collective of
love
us,
to
man.
see it.
Like, ain't no telling where you'll see us, but we are everywhere. We are everywhere.
You guys are
And
treating us right.
It's different when you experience someone's music for the first time live. You know, like when you hear someone's music on the radio and you tap into them later, that's different. Or if you just hear it in passing. But when you're actually there at the show, the level of skill that we were just witnessing on the stage that night, man, it was just we were really blown away, bro. Like,
I appreciate
you was
man.
up there,
I
Rims was up there, the back and forth, the synergy, the energy, like China was up there too. Shout out to China, she did her thing up there.
Salute.
It's just mastery, bro. Like I was really impressed.
I appreciate
And I
it.
gotta give props where it's
Nah,
due.
but you thought at a certain point we
ain't
wouldn't get
come
this
to
shit
play,
no more.
man.
You know what I mean? Like
We were supposed to go to the back. We had the backstage pass joint, you know what I'm saying? But niggas was just rapping so good. Niggas was like, we gonna sit out here for a few more
No
minutes.
doubt, man.
And then we just wound up staying out there the whole time listening to niggas rap, bro.
Like I'm thinking like, I a couple of 2-3 nice niggas, and you gotta like be
we
bored.
gonna get
you know
somebody
what I mean?
who's dry, who can make a run to the back.
Everybody delivered, bro.
Everybody
delivered, man.
So
all fire.
Shout out to the gang.
yeah, so part of the origin story of this particular podcast is me and this man right here. We go back. We used to work together 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, like 15 years ago. Damn.
It's been a minute, nigga.
Yeah. We won't age ourselves much more than that. No, part of the origin story is we used to go back and forth between about Jay-Z and Nas.
You gonna ask this nigga that, bro?
No, I'm not gonna ask him like who but I heard that they're both in his Mount Rushmore. Did you ever feel some type of way when that whole thing was going down? Like because you from Brooklyn, you know what I mean? But your aesthetic, like we were saying before, your aesthetic is kind of leans towards Nas.
Yeah, I mean, nah. I was entertained. You talking about during the Ether takeover?
Yeah,
I was a young boy. I was entertained. I was hyped.
Okay.
I was hyped. I loved it.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
You tried it.
John, he tried it, John.
He tried it, right?
You tried to wrap him up.
That's what you supposed to say. You like, I like them both. And now you supposed to be like, I just had fun.
I'm just
See?
watching.
Take notes from Eddie Kaine how to answer that question.
It was lit. It was lit, man. We had many arguments, many nights about, you know what I mean, who was
fact.
hitting harder with the takeover or the Ether.
I still don't think Jay lost. I stand on that square forever,
Oh
bro.
boy.
Forever.
Oh boy.
Woof.
Y'all heard that. Y'all get him in the
Yo,
comments.
I don't give a fuck. They've been shooting at me for like what, 6 months now?
Sin just sent them at him, bro.
Yankee this time.
Wow.
Cold-blooded.
It is a Yankee. It's definitely a Yankee.
Speaking of Nas, we got shipped into a little news. We saw Hit Boy just announced that Esco was working on King's Disease 3. What they've done so far, it's amazing, right?
Right.
Legendary.
So like I guess we could say like what would we expect like Mase, like if you had like based on what we've heard with their 3 projects, what do you think King's Disease 3 is gonna sound like?
I think we gonna. What do I expect? I expect mastery on the beats, on the rhymes. I expect a great album. That's all they've delivered thus far. So why would I expect anything other than that?
That's a strong word.
I mean, I
You
gotta
expect
be
the
real.
5 mics?
Magic is 5 mics, so you know what I mean.
Words right out my mouth.
See,
Legendary.
we on the same page, then. But I mean, come on, they've gotten better and better with each project. So
Right.
I believe Magic is a classic. It might be early to exclaim that, but I expect something on that level. Why wouldn't I?
That's fair. Go ahead, Dini.
I feel like Nas has had maybe one of the greatest 3-peats in hip hop history already.
Again?
Wow.
You know, 1,
Wow.
1, 2, and
Wow,
Magic.
bro.
Strong
That's
words
crazy.
from that side of the table.
Repeat.
It's not one of the greatest 3-peats.
We ain't saying it. I'm just surprised that you said it.
And if this is a 4-peat, this is like extra legendary shit. What I know what I'm gonna get as far as like dope beats, dope lyrics, dope songs, but I want Nas to get a little more, like in the way you said,
More vibey.
there you go, a little more loose.
It's
pause.
not happening, bro.
But not in a sense, but not in the sense of
wait
like
for my
Brunch on Sunday, that
Not-
was vibey.
not that kind of vibey.
All right.
Kind of like the way he did in like WTF. I mean, you know the vibes kind of
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that
Like
was
the-
fire.
You
You're
know,
right,
like
yeah.
just let loose. Like and give us that nostalgia we want. Like call a couple old people, man, and try to just give us because you're already a god.
Yeah.
You're already cemented. Now just give something that the people want. You know what I'm saying?
Like
give us
I
some.
understand that.
Call AZ and try to
I
recapture
understand
something like
that.
"Life's a Bitch." I would love to hear like a retelling of that. I would love to hear Wu-Tang for the Children and get some Wu members on it. Like I would just love to hear something fresh, kind of like the way he did with ASAP Rocky. I want to hear some new Nas. You know what I'm saying?
New Nas.
New
Okay.
Nas.
New Nas, 30 years in, but
I like the way this guy thinks.
a new
This is a reinvigorated New Nas we've been listening to.
right.
But the way
You're right.
the way you're saying
Not
it is
like
like
party,
you want
party.
him to go down a different angle.
No, I want him to do this. I want him to get comfortable, but uncomfortable at the same time. I want him to spread his wings. You know what I'm saying?
Dini always with the balance, comfortable but uncomfortable.
I need something
an
new.
unhinged hinge. Like this,
Introspective,
With the double
unintrospective.
My
side of the
nigga, you
coin
know
every
you not
time.
getting that though. Bro. Nas got a
He's
pocket,
not.
bro.
I didn't think I was gonna get what I got the
Don't
last
shoot
few
him
years.
down, Joe.
I'm not shooting him down. I'm just
You
saying.
gonna have us
you know
get
what I mean?
shot from the Nas angle? They
It ain't
ready.
we. What you mean we? They never shoot at you, nigga.
They
It's
ready.
me.
They already got their pitchforks out.
You understand?
Sid, talk to me, bro. What you expecting, man?
I don't know. I think the streak might be over and we might get a disappointment with this one.
Wow.
How you take that?
No. I'm joking. I'm just trolling. I'm trolling y'all. I just wanted to trigger some of the viewers.
I was like, yo, Josh, break out the Teflon vest.
Whole straight face. No. I'm concurring with my brothers over here. More heat with the 4-peat. There's zero indication that they're gonna fall off either Hit Boy or Nas. But to piggyback somewhat off of what Dini was saying, I don't know. I think they might try something different here because like maybe a different lane, a different angle, maybe different vibes, maybe experiment a little bit because what we've gotten so far from KD1, which was, as you've said,
It had more bounce on that.
It had more bounce, more modern sounding. KD2 fell a little bit more into the nostalgia, and then Magic was pure nostalgia, which is what I loved, what I wanted. Absolutely, right? But now that they've had that 3-peat, I think maybe Hit Boy might try to get in his ear a little bit and be like, hey, let's try a little bit of a different bounce. Let's try maybe not Niggas in Paris, but some to that effect.
Smash type shit.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm thinking maybe they might go for something that's more modern, more radio friendly, maybe. But I have faith in them that whatever they try, they're gonna pull off because they've, it's been mastery for like 3 straight albums. So
I gotta agree with you, Sen. I think that based on what they've done and the fact that Magic was basically a gift for Nas fans, it wasn't supposed to be like a major release with big production videos and all of that. I think that KD3, being that this would be the most anticipated of the collection they've done, I think we might get some singles. I think we might get like radio-ish or viral-ish songs. Not TikTok viral, but like something that you could definitely ride in your whip to, party a little bit to, go to brunch on Sundays a little bit. I think we're going to get a little more bounce from Esco. I think this might be more close to the King's Disease 1 than anything else we've gotten so far, especially because of a summer tape. What do you think? Like, what would you want from a King's Disease 3?
All right, so I still got to listen to King Disease 2.
Okay.
Right.
I listened to King Disease 1.
You're missing out, brother.
Magic. I was working on the album at the time.
Yeah, he was cooking, bro.
You know what I mean? So I don't listen to nothing when I be working, but
Smart man.
I gotta listen to 2. And Magic is fire.
Yeah.
I'm just
Magic was crazy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing. I don't want nothing particular from Nas. Like I just be, just looking to see,
At this
where
point
he
in
gonna
drop,
go.
you thankful?
Nothing too poppy though. Nothing too pop.
Nah.
Like no
Yeah.
pop joints. I was still like, you know what? Honestly, I'm bugging. I would like a little bit more grit. A
little
bit
more grit.
A little more grit.
okay.
When you say
But that's
grit,
not
like
really
on
from
grit.
Nas. I don't want that lyrically. I kind of want that from Hit though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Hit got that in his bag. He got too much gloss in his bag. You know what I mean?
But he got to remember. That's NY right there.
Yeah. He
That's
made One
NY.
Train though.
He did.
He made
You
One
right.
Train. That was
But-
pretty gritty beat.
But
that
take
was hard.
advantage. Take advantage. I understand you want Nas to, you want to try to, switch Nas, get him on some shit, but also take advantage. This fucking Nas right here.
There you
Nah,
go,
and you
man.
Hit Boy. This the fourth? This the fourth.
Fourth
album.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You know what?
Don't
Thinking
play
about-
with it.
4 albums.
Don't
Thinking
play.
about what Hit did with Benny, maybe he could lean into that
Oh, my
pocket
fourth
with Nas.
album.
See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Nas got his first Grammy with King's Disease 1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, 2 years later, we looking around and we talking about boycotts. Jay Prince out in Houston is saying boycott the Grammys. You know what I mean? Like they tell Kanye he can't perform because he wants to be an active father with the Kardashians, but it's not, it's not possible.
Right.
You're just supposed to breed them and move. You know what I'm saying? But how do we feel about this boycott and talk? Like I'll bat lead off for a change. I can't say I don't disagree with it, but I just feel like, bro, like it's the Grammys. They've been racist for how much years? Like, why we keep acting surprised every few years? Yeah, like we know what the fuck is hitting for.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why we getting mad this time? What about the Alpha time when they didn't even have the rap segments on the show? Niggas was getting their awards we couldn't see. We tuned in on Channel 2, couldn't even see that shit.
That still happens.
Yeah, exactly.
The most popular genre in the entire world, controlling the culture of the whole world, but you still cutting certain
the most popular
awards.
genre in the world, you cutting it out of the fucking award show for Katy Perry or some
biggest
shit.
award.
Right.
You know what
Billie
I mean?
Eilish.
That's the new hot white girl?
That's sitting there right now.
I didn't even know that.
I've been
like to
saying
keep
for
y'all
years,
informed,
I don't know
man.
why they try to make Billie Eilish a thing, but they did
What
it.
did she do?
I don't know.
I
Barely
don't
Sing?
know.
White, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Wow, bro.
Deanie, talk
That's
to me,
crazy,
bro. You boycotting the Grammys or not?
I never really was a care for the Grammys. I think it's a incredible acclaim award for you to like put on your resume. It looks great. I'm glad Nas won one.
Right.
But I can't at the same time, because of balance, I can't say it ain't shit, but then be mad that niggas don't get them.
Because we celebrated when Nas got that
There
Grammy.
you go. It was a
Right.
big fucking deal. So it's a big deal, but accept it for what it is. Kanye know what it is, and Kanye might even have to win an award at this shit. So as far as not performing, don't perform, but still just get your shits mailed to you, bro. Still accept it. Still accept the award because it does great. It's like a resume, bro. It looks great in the pockets
That's
when
a fact.
they
Right.
Ain't that like the Oscars? You win a Grammy, don't your price go up,
There you
basically?
go.
That's what they say.
take that. Just get them
I
shits
wouldn't
mailed.
know.
And keep doing you. Keep ringing their heads. It's Kanye West. I have no stress about Kanye West.
It's a rollout. I
Fuck
don't
the
even know why the
Grammys.
Grammys is even reacting like that. But like Eddie, what you think, bro? Would you boycott the Grammys, or are you just ignoring that?
Yeah,
altogether?
I ain't never really fucked with
FedEx
the
it?
Grammys like that anyway.
Yeah.
Like I always like when artists got the Grammy, it was like,
That's
like
dope.
to piggyback off you said, but it's like at the end of the day, I knew from the jump that, it wasn't really, for our
Bullshit.
part of it. And then did you hear what Jay Prince said about it though?
Like
Facts.
doing like a Grammy show. I
Their
think
own- their own
Dame jumped
shit.
in and was like, we should have our own award show. I like the idea of a Grammy show.
But
like
no, it was more so like a hip hop show. All
Right.
of the hip hop
Right.
artists do that, and they air it during the same time as the
Shout out
Grammys.
to Mickey Facts.
I
'cause
mean,
he
we
had
would
that
tune in.
too.
We don't really care if our people ain't there.
I know what I tune into. That's all.
That's a
you know,
fact.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. So
What you think about that? So forget the boycott. I know what time you on already with the boycott and shit.
I mean,
you know what I'm
Grammys
saying?
been trash.
Would you be here for like a hip hop show going opposite the Grammys?
Look,
Year to year, fuck it,
I'm-
let's go, let's
the-
drag it.
The more and more time goes on, the more I'm of the mind that like none of these systems were built for us. They weren't built to work for us. They try to give you a few crumbs, and you're supposed to feel happy when Nas is supposed to feel happy 30 years into his career, finally gets a Grammy, woohoo! Like you should have had Grammys from jump.
Right.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah, fuck all that shit. Build our own shit.
Wow,
You know what I mean?
bro. That's
make
crazy,
our own
bro.
show. Show that star power. Like really leverage that black and brown star power on the same night, and be like, what y'all gonna watch? What y'all really want? Y'all gonna watch Billie Eilish, or y'all want to watch us?
They gonna watch
That's why
us.
he's
Shout
the
out
They
to
gonna
mayor.
watch us.
That's why I have to give my props. Shout out to our previous guest of the Rap Roundtable, Mickey Facts. Mickey Facts had this concept a while ago. He wanted to have like hip hop niggas judging hip hop niggas.
Right.
So niggas like you will be given the take on who had the best feature of the year. You know what I'm saying? Niggas who really rap will be judging
be
niggas
dope.
who really
That's
rap instead of a bunch of suits who just want to get a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different vibe, man. I think the Mickey Facts, the Dame Dash, the Jay Prince idea, it's time. There's enough people with enough
they got
money
the
that can
power
make
to
it
make it
happen.
happen.
There you go.
Make that shit
You know what I'm saying?
happen. Right.
Make it happen. It's been too long. We can't keep complaining about the same things over and over again and not doing nothing about it.
Right.
But motherfuckers got to be on the same page, though.
That's the thing, though. Money talks.
Everybody.
I feel like every time we get in this space and we say, yo, we should, the black hand somewhere at the top of the food chain is like, nah.
Paper.
But you gotta ask,
You know
what's
what I
it
mean?
mean to you? If you're an artist, what's it mean to you? You know what I'm saying? Would you rather get the Grammy from society or white folks, or you rather get the award from your peers who actually said, "Yo, you did that."
Right.
Even though I do that, you
thing
deserve
is
that. That's crazy.
That white acceptance is it permeates culture.
White acceptance.
That white acceptance.
Nah,
No,
it's
it's
real.
true.
It's real.
The
That's
white
real.
acceptance is so real, and it permeates our culture so deeply that it's always gonna feel, to a certain extent, it's gonna feel better when like they're
The
like
white folk give it to you.
when it's them that's like, oh, okay, now I see you as the greatness that you are. You know what I mean? Like.
And see, every generation has to go through this. Will Smith protested the first Grammys, and he was the winner. You know, in the 90s, Hove protested
That was
the
94
Grammys.
or something.
You know what I
92.
mean? And then when Eminem started winning all of them, and Macklemore started winning them, we had already decided like this:
Nasty.
the Grammys don't matter. Now, Kanye, as much as I love him, he was one of those artists that focused on the Grammy being important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Grammy family.
That wasn't a rap thing really before Kanye, if you want to keep it real. So,
Bar.
even though they banned him, he was the one that made us as a culture kind of feel like, oh, these matter.
And like,
You know what I mean?
And what you even banning Kanye for? Like, what did he do? Like, get mad at Kim Kardashian? Like,
Being
you
a
banning him
dad.
for that?
He didn't do nothing Eminem didn't do on record.
Talk
I'm gonna
about
tell you
Pete
that.
Davidson.
Hey.
Son,
Kim.
I'm just saying, Kim and his mama, you know what I'm saying? He was
bro.
winning them though.
That's crazy, bro.
By Kanye standards, he ain't really wilding like that.
Not.
Nah.
All right.
By hip hop standards, Kanye ain't wilding like that.
Facts.
You right.
Niggas be dying, John.
Kanye's always this is the crazy thing about Kanye. He's always kind of low key been searching for that white acceptance. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, of course.
Man, let's
So-
keep it a buck.
I don't. Matter of fact, I disagree with that. I think he just been searching for acceptance. Period. Because even his own peers was a fucker. You watch the doc. They wasn't fucking with Ye.
Acceptance from the highest of the high in our society. So if that just happens to be white people and white establishments, then that's what it's going to
The
be.
big dogs.
You talking about your mans like that, bro?
It is what it is. See, because I'm fair. I see the realness.
Sin keeps it real. Now he's a
even if
fake
I'm a
Kanye fan.
Nah,
Yeah,
you
even if I'm a
definitely
fan,
Kanye
I'm still
fan,
gonna
though.
see the
No
real.
objectivity.
You're a fake Kanye fan, bro.
I'm a fake everything
How you said
fan,
it about
man.
Ye, bro? Anyway, Mase, we missed your segment, bro. Last episode.
Ooh, yeah.
We talk about a lot of old rappers on the Rap Round Table, so we need you to balance it out. Talk about what's happening on the younger side, the drill niggas, whatever's happening out west, the niggas in the south. Talk to us, bro. What's the latest with the young niggas in rap?
Now listen, it's a lot going on. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna get into the big thing at the end of this segment. But of course, I gotta speak about what new dropped. You know what I mean? Shout to Jay Worthy and Larry June. They dropped the tape together. You know what I mean? Two
I
peas
fuck
in a
with Larry
pod.
June.
Yeah, Larry June. And me personally, I'm making sure I'm gonna shout out the West. It's not New York bias all day, every day, just like 99% of the
But
day.
New York bias too is on the way.
Of course. I hope they know that. You know what I mean? And another one of my favorites, Key Glock, he dropped the deluxe version of Yellow Tape 2.
Okay.
Y'all need to check that out because Memphis, shout out to Memphis. Memphis go crazy. Glock, one of my favorite out of there. Now we had a little bit of craziness going on this week. Lotto is dropping. Female rapper Lotto. She's dropping her debut album. She was doing her, her.
She doesn't have a debut album on?
Nah, she doesn't.
I don't
she
even know what
doesn't
counts
say.
anymore in this streaming shit. Niggas be dropping 4 tapes and then the fifth one be the debut.
Hey, I guess your
don't
record
even know
label
no more.
decides.
All
You know what I mean?
It's specific guidelines from a tape to an album.
Right,
though.
we gotta ask Megan and
Like
old
Megan
boy.
had like 3 debuts, bro.
What counts
Nah,
as a
don't
mixtape?
get Dini started.
I'm in a beautiful vibe.
That's not on the docket for
Dini the
tonight, man.
misogynist
I'm in
over
a
here,
beautiful
bro.
vibe, yo. I'm just happy to be
Anytime
here.
this nigga hear Megan
We'll
Davis,
spend the whole last hour.
Hey,
listen,
Kaine,
slandering
don't let these
Megan.
niggas
I know
sully
I'm
my
gonna have
good
him on my
name,
side
Eddie.
for that.
We don't lie on this table, bro. Anytime Meg Dame come
Yo.
up, bro, you percolate, bro.
Hey, Mag. Who shot you? Let's go.
Yo, every time
Let's
she gets
go.
dropped in the group
Mase,
chat,
give us
I
the
percolate.
news. Give us
Okay,
the news, Mase.
Alright, but Lotto was talking about dropping her album, and so she spoke about the experiences. Yeah, I think she did an interview, and she basically said that one of the features on her album from a male rapper, he wouldn't clear the record. He had hollered at her in the DM trying to, I could get into some extracurricular activities.
Them
Some
yams.
payola.
Yeah. Some pinata hitting. You know what I mean? So she mentioned the fact that a male artist wouldn't clear the record unless, she gave him some play, whatever play is in your eyes. A lot of people automatically assumed it was Kodak. who's come out and said it was not him.
Right.
She never mentioned the name, so we're not gonna say it's Kodak. A couple of rumors came out and said it was Sway Lee. But just real short, I just want to say it's over for that. It's 2022. We need to stop making female artists feel away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't want to have to go through it. You know what I mean? A lot of people said maybe she's doing it from the Meg angle. I'm gonna keep it real for getting sympathy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what a lot of
is.
people said. I'm not saying that. That's what a lot of people said.
Wow,
But
bro.
even if
That's
she
crazy,
was,
bro.
we know that's the thing in the music industry. You know what I mean? We gotta stop this. Please stop asking for pussy for features. Please,
whack.
artists, producers. That's not what they here for.
What happens when it works though, Mase? Because apparently some of these
Hey.
artists, they
Yo.
are delivering for the bars.
Listen, the first thing that popped in my head was that Nelly line. Unless you're gonna do it.
And see, that's an issue because
That's what they saying. Some of them, you know what I mean?
And whatever artist it was, she still kept the feature on the album. I disagree with that. If you feel uncomfortable, if somebody made you feel uncomfortable, if somebody did that, you got to cut all
but
sides.
you gotta make a stand, make a stand.
Don't put the song on the album.
The check clear, bro. The check clear.
Hey,
A lot of them got no
hey.
say in the label. That shit going out.
You right. But then I don't know how to go about that. But I'm just saying that looks a little suspect. But I'm just speaking in generalities. You know what I mean? Now, what I gotta get to lastly, at the Rap Roundtable, y'all know we speak on everything important, but we follow certain artists. You know, we were waiting on 10 to Talk 4. Facts. You know, we waiting on the new Push album. And y'all see me every week. I speak on Dirk. I was waiting on the Dirk album. That's one of my favorite artists in the game right now. So the Dirk album finally came out. And I'll speak on the controversy surrounding it in a second. But I got to say, Dirk, you did not deliver.
Oh.
The album was mid.
Wow.
Dirk, since 2018, when he kind of refocused himself, he was reinvigorated on records. You know, his features in the last couple years have all gone crazy. You know, I'm stolen the show. So I got to keep it real. As a Dirk fan, as somebody who's been speaking about this artist for since I got on the show, Dirk, that 7220, trash. Wow. It's like 4 good songs on there. You got to do better, brother.
Bro. That's crazy,
There's wild
bro.
songs on there too.
It's a lot of songs in this.
Dirk.
I gotta keep it real though, and I'm the person to say it. You know what I mean? Because I like Dirk's last 4 projects and the deluxes.
Not my boy Dirk, man.
Hey,
Damn.
man, I'm saying,
Do not fuck with Dirk, bro.
Sin is about
Sin
to make
had
a
me
track.
like,
He let Sin
you
down,
making Sin
man.
night with that shit, bro.
I gotta keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
It is what it is.
Conway delivered. Benny delivered. Dirk, what's going on, brother? Now, one more thing I got to get into. There's a lot of controversy surrounding Dirk right now. It basically, you had Fulio out of Jacksonville, one of the leading drill guys out of there. He came out and said that basically Dirk and Youngboy is this generation's Biggie and Pop. You know what I mean? Which of course is like, okay, wait a goddamn minute.
Come on.
wait a second. But I will say this, in the fact that it's kind of splitting a certain segment of the industry. You know what I mean? The Baby came out with an album with Youngboy. You know what I mean? There was all the Dirk's people
though.
was on the Baby. You know what I mean? And Dirk got a lot of you know, Job don't like it, but I'm just saying. You know.
Oh, what you mean, Big and Pop? Son?
Big and Pac.
I heard the NBA
Ain't
Youngboy
no
Pac
way.
comparisons
This
a
is
lot.
what
I've
I'm
never
saying.
heard the big and Dirk comparison.
I'm just
Lil
saying.
Durk, look, nah. Nah.
Y'all ain't hearing it.
Y'all ain't with it.
Stop it.
How you
We're
feel
not
about
doing
it,
this
Kano?
on Life After Death
How you
Day,
feel
man.
about
We're
it? You
not
hearing it
doing
either?
that. It's March 25th.
Hey,
going on,
The
son?
25th anniversary.
It's not my
of Life After
generation,
Death. We're not doing
you
that
know,
today.
but I just gotta
Yo.
say,
What the fuck
you know
are you
what I mean?
talking about?
The fact that you got the Baby is excommunicated
Nigga,
from Dirk's circle.
Dirk not even hot enough right now amongst his peers to get that comp. Bro.
Hey, shout to Dirk though. He just did 120 the first week first.
He had a
Where's
nice,
Dirk from?
Yeah,
Chicago.
Okay.
Chirac. Yeah, the rack.
Herbo, I don't know, bro. Herbo might, you know what I mean?
Not over Dirk.
I got
dawg.
Herbo over Dirk, bro.
I mean, rapping. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if we talking
Y'all
about
talking about
rapping,
numbers though, right?
but if we talking about impact,
Yeah.
Herbo ain't get the Drake stimulus.
He didn't.
I mean, you got to get to a point to get to the Drake.
Dirk's been doing his thing though. Like,
You know what I
saying?
mean?
Oh, get out of here.
Drake put Dirk on his song.
You got any more young nigga news? Bro?
Nah,
That's
that's it. I mean, it's like
That
like
shit
this
fucked
week.
me up, son.
It's like
It's been light all around, bro. It's been so light. We're about to talk
Pac and
about
Big.
an
He
artist
didn't even say Beans and Kiss. He went all the way to Pocket Big. What the fuck?
ain't nothing happened with Beans and Kiss at the end of the
Bars
day. You know what I
happened,
mean?
bro. Shit was-
It was a moment.
Anyway,
It sure was, man.
earlier in the week, bro, we go on the internet.
Right.
We hear Pusha T's voice.
I'm loving it.
Then we see a Arby's logo and this nigga's rapping about the fucking Filet-O-Fish. I was confused because it was good, but I'm like, I don't think I want Pusha T to do this. So I'm still a little conflicted about that. But
Man,
Eddie, we
news been
need
light,
to hear
bro.
from you, bro.
Yeah.
When you saw that right there, like, how you feel about that? Like, your real feelings about Pusha T, the Arby's bag.
I feel the same way you felt.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, this shit fire. It's fire, but
it
I'm like,
feels wrong.
damn, Push. I'm like, I don't know.
This ain't the way,
I'm
Push.
like, I don't know.
Yo,
I
that's
don't
real,
know.
though.
I don't know.
Can you blame him though?
From
Nah.
what the story added on
Yeah.
McDonald's. This.
You go from Santeria
Yeah.
to rapping about the Filet-O-Fish and a half a piece of cheese. What the fuck?
Getting a
And he
piece
made
of
the
square
I'm
fish from
loving
a
it.
clown.
He made the I'm loving it jingle though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
That's their longest running ad for McDonald's, bro. I know he's feeling frustrated that that's a lot of money on the table that he's not seeing, bro.
He don't see nothing.
But
don't see
he signed up for that. You know what I mean?
He wanted
That's-
you know how you get the
that's
stimulus where it's like you did a little project, but the little project you did made us go through the water. Like, you know, yeah, hold us for helping us out with this little thing.
That's,
he wanted the
that's
extra
his
hold
L
out.
though. That's his L.
Damn.
Oh, that shit fucked me up, bro. I'm like, this nigga, how you rapping about a Filet-O-Fish that good though?
Billions of dollars made will hurt you, bro.
You right. I feel like story of Adi9 and that whole beef for Drake. I feel like this is residuals from that. Like, because the whole time they was beefing with Drake, right? They was saying what? This nigga's not lit. Like, Drake is a megastar. Who's Pusha T? Now he doing this shit. He had fashion shows in France. You rapping about the Filet-O-Fish. What you trying to be, Push? I'm confused.
You feel some
But
type of way.
I mean, he been in that like fashion realm for a minute now. So I think this is a like
he ain't roll out with the fashion.
I know,
realm.
but I mean, this is like a super calculated like reach for.
I'm starting to get the feeling this
certain
album is
audience.
gonna be whack, bro.
Nah, don't do
That's what I'm
that.
starting to feel like, bro.
Don't do that.
All right,
Don't do
listen,
that.
my
He
brothers,
just salty,
my
bro.
brothers can tiptoe around this. This is a bad fucking
All right.
look, man.
It is a bad look.
Pusha T rapping for Arby's is a bad look. If Hove had come out with an Arby's commercial in 02, we'd have been like, the fuck is
But
Hove
he
doing,
owns.
man?
Come
Come
on,
on,
I
now.
was gonna
Come
get
on.
there
Nah,
if you
Mace
gave me
not
some
wrong, son.
time.
Come on.
We would've
Come
He's
on.
not
respected
wrong. He's not wrong.
If Push would have did
Big and
a
left in them back in the
But-
day. They did St. Oz, snooping them. They did. That's what I'm saying. That's
And they didn't have no crazy
Arby's.
percentages back
right.
then.
Like,
Arby's. Come
Here-
on now.
nobody at this table goes to Arby's. Nobody in
Here's
this room
the
goes to
thing.
Arby's, bro.
But
It's
here's the
not
thing.
for us.
Arby's is
now.
a perpetual joke in the fast food
Right.
lane. So
But people go there, bro. He owns 40% of the commercial.
I mean, I guess people have to go there, but who do you know that goes
We
there?
gonna get an Arby's
If
bar. on this new
anybody we
album.
don't
I'm
like
not.
made an Arby's this, we
I'm
be
not.
up here
We-
clowning
we-
them,
you know,
bro.
That's still
Nobody
money
knows.
made.
He's snapping on it.
Allegedly, April 8th, I think they said that's the rumored date for the
It was
release.
supposed to
Is
be
the Eminem
24th.
Mountain Dew disc coming next?
Oh my God.
Look,
on,
my,
son.
my feelings like Mase. It's as soon as I heard about it, I was like, "This is stupid. This is just
Thank
dumb."
you, Sam.
But then I
appreciate
heard,
you,
I heard it. I was like, "Nah." He kind of went in though.
Yeah, I was crying. I woke up to that.
Come on.
I mean, it's
He kind of
Pusha
went in,
T.
but at
He's
the end
nice.
of the
But you gotta
day,
think about it.
nasty.
it's still an Arby's commercial.
Pusha T went from going to fucking Sutter Ave train station down a block shooting a video to doing an Arby's
Out to
commercial,
Sutter
bro.
Well,
I have
depends
to
on who you
talk
discuss
about
that
the
with.
half a
That's
slice
a
of
lot.
cheese.
I mean, he leveled
half
up.
a slice of
He
cheese.
It's a
leveled
nice,
up.
it's a nice
on
bag
a
though. It's a
budget.
nice
You
bag.
right.
It's a nice
Come on,
bag.
now.
What
It's
is
a
that
bad
for?
look. It's a bad look.
He ain't even sprinkle a little
But what-
cocaine bar in the shit.
That check had to be crazy.
No, of course.
But
He
what-
got the bag.
Crazy.
He got the bag.
But what?
How dare you sell
got
us
the bag,
square
though.
fish and expect us to trust it? My son was mad,
fact,
bro.
bro.
It was fire.
That's a-
It's
It
part.
was fire. don't know.
Man,
Time will tell how I'll feel
I
about it.
can't call the Arby's this fire. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it, man.
Hold on. But the fish tips the scale. Come on.
Every dollar it make, he get 40
Come
cents.
on.
Push got a whack bar in him. I understand that, bro.
Hey,
Damn, son.
listen now.
That
What's
album better
next?
be-
What's
if that
next?
album is whack, bro, I'm coming back on this table. I'm talking a lot of shit, son.
Wasting time writing
Arby's
Arby's bars.
Listen,
and
but
shit.
this is
I
Drake's
think they need
opening
to give
get
it a
back
little
at him.
time now.
This
before the
is
album
like
drop.
Yeah.
this material right
that's
here.
a fact.
You got to give it a little time.
Not fresh off the Arby's dish.
Maybe we gotta still, you know what I mean,
If
register
Arby's
this.
numbers go up, we know Pusha T.
Yo,
No,
the sandwich went crazy that day, bro.
yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro.
That's
Open
a
up a
fact.
door.
They made about $8 million in revenue that day. I gotta keep it
Yeah.
above.
Alright,
Yeah.
But look, this might be a bigger conversation for another day because
The Arby's.
The
But
Arby's
now you
album.
never know who see it like that.
The We
though.
Have
Yeah,
the
he right,
Needs
though.
album. Chill.
What Push said? Push said they ain't recognize Hov until you made Annie.
True.
A lot of people might not recognize Push until they
But
made
like,
Arby's.
Hey,
this
man.
joint. You know what
We
I
have
mean?
the meats.
like Kaine,
Chill.
but like Kaine pointed out,
Whoa.
back in the day there was St. Ides, there was the Sprite commercials.
Right.
those
With
bitches
Missy
went
and
hard.
Cole
Nah,
and
Big
Tippy
Yeah.
St.
and all
Ides
that.
commercial
But then,
was crazy.
but then
I
also
ain't
fairly recently we had that Mary J. Blige, what was it, Burger King commercial that got
crispy chicken.
yeah, crispy
Fresh
chicken,
lettuce.
fresh lettuce,
Tomatoes.
That shit was nothing but jokes.
Facts.
They pulled that shit quick.
I'm dead, bro.
Mary was like, nah, I'm not
I
doing
forgot
that.
about that shit.
Let's take
Sim
this
brought
back.
him out for that.
Damn, bro. Yo, Push. All I gotta say is that album better be fire, bro.
Push, I'm not sold.
Because if you get any beef now, it's gonna be an Arby's bar for any nigga you beefing with,
Yes.
bro.
That's a
Hey,
fact.
everybody.
But it's two fire singles. I know you still don't like Diet Coke. but
Diet
it's-
Coke is
to me,
okay,
it's
bro.
two fire singles.
Hear me clearly.
Two fire
Diet
singles.
Coke is Diet Coke, okay? You
but
want Coke or Diet Coke? All right.
Is Jay Prince gonna step in between this Arby's
Is he gonna end
issue? Is he gonna? He got to step in on behalf.
Yo.
I'm just asking, man. That
I
filet
mean, he might
fish
have
need
to.
help right now.
If the filet fish is lit in Houston, he might have to step in, bro.
They got them ghost ingredients, man.
I don't know, bro.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. The last bit of news, we had Verzuz saying what Cypress Hill and Onyx is part of some boxing promotion.
Tell us how you
I
really
don't-
feel over there.
I don't even know like what's going on. What
Oh,
is
man.
Verzuz Eddie? Is Verzuz dead?
Yo, you know what? Verzuz died to me when they started performing instead of sitting back and
Really?
you know what I mean?
That's a curveball.
It depends. It depends. You know what I mean? The Dipset
Speak on
and
it.
the
That's the only one
was
that worked to
fire.
me.
You know, the certain ones was fire.
Juicy,
But I feel like once
Goofy and
they
Jeezy went off.
that was
It
dope.
was more about the
Yeah,
beat.
it was
Everybody
about
was
the
on the edge of
nostalgia
their
of the whole
seat, waiting
thing.
to
Right.
see what was
Thinking
going
who
on.
gonna
You know
pop
what I mean?
off
Who don't
first?
love drama?
Yeah, but I kind of more so appreciate it when, you know what I mean, they just play record for record,
Song
you know
for
what I
song,
mean?
yeah.
Yes, you could get the vibe. I don't want to see them, you know, a lot of these artists old, tired, can't even really breathe, perform the song.
He's speaking
You
facts,
ain't lying.
though.
Wow.
He's speaking facts.
That's
Not
crazy,
lying.
bro.
He's not lying.
It's dope, but don't, you know what I mean, don't put them on the spot like that. They had my man, it was Bobby Brown.
No.
Oh, it was Bobby
My
Brown.
man Bobby.
Bobby Brown did
Nah,
bad.
DMX and
yeah,
Snoop
yeah,
too.
see, I don't know who
DMX
saw the
Snoop.
Rest in peace, X.
Yeah, that was brutal.
He
Yo,
was
who
They
caught,
did
who
song
caught
for
the one with
song.
Shaka Khan?
Oh, yeah.
Shaka was drunk?
Put the work
Faded.
down. Put the work down,
Yo,
Shaka.
you
Faded
had
on
a
stage,
chat. I remember
bro.
that.
Put
I
the
remember
work
that.
down. Like if
Shaka,
X
come
just
on.
played those songs, he might have had a better chance against Snoop. But Snoop was just way better physical condition. He was moving better and
know
just
how that go.
performing better. So you know
Yeah,
that.
man.
Nah.
Considering what X was going through at that time.
Yeah,
you know
That
what
was
I
Pop
mean?
Belly X.
If that was just
Peace,
song
X.
for song, X would have stood a way better chance.
What you think, Sin? Is Verzuz cooked or is this
It looks like they jumped the shark, bro.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, no, look, no disrespect to Cypress Hill or Onyx.
Who was that
but-
for, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm at. It's like,
Last
maybe
resorts?
maybe if it was like, again, no disrespect, but maybe if it was like 10 songs each, and even then it feels
Nah.
a little bit like a stretch. Like 20 songs each, Cypress
you
Hill
can't-
and
you
Onyx,
can't
get-
they're gonna
Hill?
go so deep into album cuts that nobody knows like who's this? Like, who is this an event for?
It's got to be 20 songs to at least get the people in the seats. 10 songs wouldn't even be enough to play it out for an hour or so. You got to have a lot of bullshit filler in between.
I don't know, man. 20 songs is a lot for both of those groups, I feel like. And again, no disrespect. You know what I mean? I know that there's fans out there. There's going to be diehard fans in Stan, because everybody got a Stan that'll know all of the joints. But, like, as far as, like, an event, when we're, you know, with like the Jada Kiss and the Locks and Dipset shit is still so fresh in our mind, you know? Like, we're looking for the next that, right? Or something comparable. This is a major step down, bro.
Not to sound messed up. If they put a gun on my head and said, name 20 Onyx joints, bro, kill me now, bro.
Bro.
I don't have it. I couldn't do it, bro.
Yo,
20,
shout to the Fredro Star
20
fans
Onyx,
out there.
I could do maybe 10. And I like Onyx. That's not easy
See,
to do.
the thing is this. Sin, he didn't mention it just now, but he made a great point in our like group chat, is that basically Verzuz is going away to dunk contest. And that's a comparison that works on a lot of levels. Not only is it getting trash now, but the problem is that the biggest artists, because Verzuz wouldn't be dead if the artists that we wanted to see would do it.
Yeah.
But the ego, the not wanting to lose, just like the dunk contest, you know what I mean? That's why we never saw LeBron in there. That's why Kobe did one. That's why Vince did one.
Versus L has merit.
Exactly. So I think Verzuz is gonna be dead if the egos are gonna play a part. And the farther we get from the pandemic, where people just didn't care and they just wanted to play their music and get their music out there, it's gonna be an issue. You know what I mean? Does Drake want to go up there and lose to Kanye?
There you go.
Does JB want to go up there and lose to Puff?
They kind of did their own verses without switching them anyway. You know what I mean?
Right. And Drake did. He made sure he only did new songs, so he didn't take that. You know, the whole L.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's ego at the end of the day. Nobody want to go up there and get Dipset it. You know what I mean?
Come on, don't do that. Don't make him a verb,
It was a beautiful
bro.
night.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
It was a beautiful night.
I think it was a
fact.
great night for New York City. I think Verzuz should have stopped when the pandemic went. Once, like Eddie Kaine said, like, once it went from, all right, we in the crib, we can't go outside, let's go song for song. Once we got on stage, I think they should have kind of back. Like, this was never supposed to be permanent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It was
Because
because
it-
us over during
Verb.
the pandemic.
Because it's like, now it's pro wrestling. Now you got to get two niggas together. They got to fake beef, throw some shit. Look, we seen motherfucking 3-6 Mafia and was it?
Busy
Bone Thugs.
Bone Thugs. Throwing the Frank, niggas throwing water bottles, having cat fights on the stage and shit.
Invite niggas to the
That's
Frank
what he
stance.
said, you know what I mean?
I definitely think niggas is high, honestly.
So it's like
I
to
thought
me, and
that was
that
real.
whole shit felt like they was just doing it for clicks. Like it wasn't for the coach. To me, Verzuz was for the coach at first.
Right.
Then it became business, and it's like after, to me, like Dipset versus Locks would have been like a great finale. Because unless you get Hove in the ring with Nas, unless you get Diddy and Dre on the stage together, you're not gonna top that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's a wrap. I think we need to leave it alone. Like, they got the special lineup. Like, nobody want that shit no more. Niggas is not
Nobody.
staying in the crib. Now we going to YouTube. We watching the replays. It's not appointment viewing no more. I think it's clip.
I think Swiss and Timberland had the foresight. They were like, yo, we coming out of the pandemic. Let's sell this shit.
Right.
Get the bag. This will be Trilla's problem now to try to.
because it was free at
try to
first.
keep it
Yeah,
going.
shit.
Huh?
So it was free at
It was
first.
free at first. Yeah.
Before we jump over this, like, who would you tune in for?
Hove and Nas.
Hove
Oh,
and Nas,
Hov and
Drake
Nas.
and Kanye.
That's
Hov and
tough.
Nas.
Drake and like fucking Kanye.
Drake and
or,
Kanye,
Or Drake
or-
and Kendrick, or like Cole, one of these niggas. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You would
Kendrick
have
and
tapped into
Cole.
something like a
I would love to see Wayne get up there.
like a Outkast
You know what I mean?
versus like a Ray and Ghost kind of thing or something like that.
That
Outkast
would be
versus
fly.
Tribe. That's been thrown out there a
something
lot.
like that.
Right.
There's still a lot of options for them.
There
They just
are,
can't
but-
get
But
the
it won't
butts in
be
the
as
seats.
hype.
Don't you think it would have
It's-
happened by now?
They can't get the butts in the seats.
I think they
They
did
can't get the
a
people to do
lot
it.
of dumb verses also. Because I think Ray versus Ghost was type unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
It wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't.
I ain't-
It
I
wasn't-
wasn't-
Why would
Yeah.
you put them against each other? You know what I'm
That
saying?
wasn't
Yeah.
entertaining.
Method Man versus
2 Chainz
Redman.
versus
Yeah.
Rick Ross. Like, why is
Yeah.
2 Chainz in the
Yeah.
ring with Rick
They
Ross?
wasted
You know what I mean?
Ross.
Yeah, they wasted Ross.
They
Yeah,
wasted
yeah,
Ross.
they could have kept.
That could have been good for
somebody
50 or
for
something like
Ross.
that, maybe.
50
ain't doing that.
T.I.
But
That would
again,
be crazy.
50 is somebody that we would definitely want to see in the verses, especially because, like, I mean, it's different. Like, I could understand artists that are very much still active and lit. They still lit out there. But 50, you know what I mean? Like, his time is kind of past, but his hits are monstrous.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I would love
so you
to
put
see
him up
50
there
go
on a
there.
versus stage against somebody else, like
A 50
With
versus Wayne
monsters.
would be apropos.
I think 50 Ti,
Yeah, I
50
can see
Wayne,
that.
No
those two
disrespect
out
to
2000s Titans.
To X rest in peace. I didn't even want him versus Snoop. I don't think that was the right matchup.
It
Nah,
wasn't.
you know what I
It
mean?
wasn't. Good call.
Battle
That's a
with the
fact.
Dogs.
we're not tuning
that
in.
shit was cheesy. You know what I mean? Like
We're not
Battle of
tuning
the Dogs.
in.
Like, what you mean?
We're not tuning in for Mary Mary versus BB and CC Winans
You turning in for that?
on Easter.
Bro, I haven't watched the verses
Yeah, fucking
in
heathens.
full since Dipset versus Locks. I don't need it no more, bro.
Yeah.
That was the peak.
Yeah, because I remember
I
that
tapped
Joe
into both
Joe
thugs.
Jod versus Jaw was quiet in that group chat. bro.
Bro, nigga, Joe tried to do everything that the other niggas did the last verses. It just did, and he still lost anyway. You know what I mean? You can't beat Ja with them records. No
Nah.
disrespect to Joe.
Shout
That was a
the
goodie,
crack.
though.
So
I like it.
apparently in July there's gonna be the first ever label matchup. And if y'all haven't seen this out there, like it's all like like
It's got
glitched
line.
out, censored out, so you can't read who it is. Who y'all think it might be? Anyone?
This is artist, right? It's named I Don't Give a Fuck. that's because I don't care.
Not even the label matchup.
no.
What if it was Bad Boy versus
It ain't gonna be that.
Death Row?
It ain't gonna
If
be
it
that.
ain't
Bad
see,
Boy versus So Def.
It's gonna be like
I
Swish
Because
really-
we
House.
was talking about
if
it.
it's Bad Boy and Death
Nah.
Row, I tap in. Bad Boy and So Def, nah.
And Sin, you actually got a point because I thought, Snoop has already done a versus. Snoop is cool with Timbo and Swizz. He just bought Death Row completely. So I was actually thinking Death Row might pop in there. I was like, they might hit
It'd
us
be a
with
good
like
promo move.
a no limit Cash Money one. You know what I mean? To
That's a
So
wash.
Def, I heard.
It's just throwing me off
Swizz probably gonna manage to throw a Rough Riders in the mix.
It would be dope.
That would be crazy.
That would be dope. But
Oh,
against
maybe
who?
Rough
That's a good
Riders.
point.
That's a cheat.
Yeah.
You cheating if you get the
I'm
locks,
in here
you
with
know?
my magnifying glass, like fucking Batman, trying to figure this shit out with
Nah,
these
that's
gadgets.
quiet.
That's actually gonna be something like Swisher House or some shit like that.
Oh, damn.
It's gonna be some shit we just don't want, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, listen, speaking of shit we don't want, we got the mailbag segment. And there's some comments. I got 3 comments in particular here from niggas on YouTube who've
Oh,
been, you
man.
know how they
Spicy.
do. We love y'all, but we don't love y'all. You know what I mean? So we got this nigga, Iron Myers. He says, speaking about Nas, we have to rep the Golden Child better on these platforms.
Oh Lord.
Every
he
time
started
it-
off with the Golden
the
Child
Golden
shit.
Child.
Is he
right
talking
out,
about
right
his
out the
son?
gate.
Yeah, the euphemisms already.
The nigga says, every time when I watch any of these channels, the Nas fans bow down to Jay and Big Talk, waving the white flag. Nas is lyrically better than both Biggie and Jay. Don't get me wrong, I like Biggie and Jay a lot too, but Nas is my favorite for a reason. If I thought Jay or Biggie could outbar him, he wouldn't be my favorite. I Am is his biggest misstep of his career. Forget the bootlegging. They should have just released it the way they planned. Sincere, this is your man.
that's-
You a Nas
bro.
fan at the table, bro. The Golden
First of all,
Child?
that's just terrible logic all around. And I liken it to the, because I was just thinking about this the other day after reading some of these comments.
Mhm.
If my favorite basketball player is Allen Iverson, am I just automatically going to say Allen Iverson is the GOAT, the greatest of all time?
I guess. That's
No,
what you're
no,
supposed to do.
no,
You
I'm
didn't
not.
know? Shit.
Oh, nah?
You could feel that way, but you would just be wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you have Michael Jordan, you have Kobe Bryant, you got LeBron, you got Kareem, you got Magic. Like, there's like so many other players
Nah,
that
but
I would.
Ivo had all the classics, bro. You know what I mean? That's how they giving it up on the comments, nigga. Ivo's God.
But he got no chips. So
You saying Nas don't got
I'm not
chips?
saying
Oh,
that.
okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying in the
They about to
analogy.
trash us. We done.
In the,
You did it, Sin. Here we go.
in this analogy that I'm putting out there, like you can have a favorite and still acknowledge that the favorite is not necessarily the best at everything, the best all around. I'll say this: Nas is my favorite, but all around, Big got it. I'm gonna go on record say it right now, and if y'all gonna
we
be
could
mad
just
at
stop
me,
this shit now. We
Yeah,
finished.
let's cut it. Cut it.
y'all gonna have to be mad at me.
We're sorry, Leah.
I haven't seen her in the comments
apologize.
lately. Where
Yeah,
Leah, where you at?
Nah,
Yeah,
she
you
been.
funny.
She, nah, she in there. She in there.
She is?
in there.
All right.
Don't
I'm
doubt
sorry.
Leah.
She catching up.
Sid.
All right.
All right.
We got another comment. Mason, I'm gonna come to you with this comment here. I'm not gonna say his name first. I'm just gonna read the comment.
Right.
He says, "Oh, here goes y'all going through the Vlad TV route. More Nas hating, but I suppose it gets you more views. Y'all owe Nas a check for using his name so much to promote your platform. This nigga's name is Stillmatic Don.
Wow.
Still
How
mad
can I
at
trust
Don?
a nigga named Stillmatic to talk to me about Nas?
Can I
Still
finish the
mad
point,
at
though?
Don.
Can I
Huh?
just finish
Hit me
the
with
this
point?
episode,
Nah,
y'all
hit me-
always
it's the
kind of
last
talk about
episode.
Nas. Oh,
Hit me real
alright.
quick, Sin. Go ahead, Sin.
Yeah. I just wanted to finish the
Comments
point
from
real
YouTube.
quick.
Oh, you have more?
No, because I just wanted to go on record because I've said it on this podcast that Nas is the greatest lyricist to ever touch a
Nigga,
mic.
they don't give a fuck that you just say that shit.
I'm just putting
I
it
don't
out
care,
there,
bro.
But there's also well-roundedness, and you know.
Mase.
Stillmatic Don. Unless you are Nas or an offspring of Nas, shout to Destiny. Listen, you meet Martin, brother. Like, are you the Stillmatic Don? Listen, we show love to Nas every single episode. We got 2 people here that's Nas is their favorite rapper in history.
We got 3 today. Nah, I'm dragging.
Listen, I'm just saying I'm a bit sick of people with Nas album titles in their name. Stillmatic Don.
Sad,
What is that?
And they're supposed to be
Objective.
balanced
Yeah.
and
Fair
objective.
and balanced as
we're
much as
biased
Bill O'Reilly.
and they're objective. That's what they say.
Stillmatic Don.
Stillmatic Don.
All right,
Listen, is that Khalees?
might be. The
It's
last
most
one.
definitely not Khalees, not these days.
The last one before we move on. In all caps, right? Aaron 9. He says, "Are you fucking serious? Nas stay disrespecting. What the fuck did Biggie do better than Nas? Nas influenced Biggie. Nas made better music when Big was alive and has been doing 30 after. He was so upset he couldn't even type right. He's a far better lyricist. Big wanted Nas to help him get at Pac because he couldn't do it himself. In the words of Lil C's, are you serious? Biggie and Pac become a religion to a casual rap fan, which is why hip hop is such a fucking joke now. I don't
That's
even know
why
what to
hip-hop
say to
is
this.
a joke now.
Dini, you the nice guy here, bro. Like,
Yo,
what
like-
you gotta say to Aaron and his vigor?
Yo,
you know what
like,
I mean?
Like we say, man,
Nigga said, Nas inspired Big, bro. That's what he said.
Nas is hip hop's greatest lyricist, but Biggie was hip hop's greatest daywalker. The way he was able to have all the skills, all the ability, all the glitz, and put that with all the hustle and all the street and all the grime. We've just never. The closest thing we have to that is Jay-Z, where someone was able to straddle that fence. Nas just never could straddle that fence. We have Uchi Wally as a fucking staple to show us that Nas could not straddle that fence. The ability to walk on both sides, make great club records, and make great street anthems is what made Biggie the household name that he is what made Biggie the hip hop's greatest MC. You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
you hate Nas, bro.
You hate Nas.
Bro, like
You hate
Biggie.
Nah,
as well.
I just
Listen.
feel like Nas fans are making Nas become like the greatest myth in rap history.
Yo.
Like this nigga's like fucking Zeus now. Like the way some of these niggas talk about him sound like,
But look,
bro, we was all there his whole career, bro.
Legendary.
A lot of guys
damn.
was in front of Nas in New York City at different times.
No,
in his prime.
let's not go
He was
overboard. It
always
wasn't
big.
a lot of.
He
It
was always
wasn't
in
a
the
lot
top
of
four.
guys.
He was
It
always
wasn't
in the
a lot
top
of
three.
guys. It
50.
wasn't a lot of
He
guys.
was always in the top 3.
All at the same time. Is that what you're
I
saying?
said at different times
Oh,
in
at
his
different
career.
times.
He was
Okay,
always
all
in the
A
top
lot of
3.
niggas had to
At
throw that
different
was not
times.
named Nas, bro.
All right.
We gotta act like that didn't happen.
No. I'm just saying. You was making it sound like it. They was
Woo
like.
had it.
Pac, let's keep it a
Who
buck.
was like
Pac.
10 motherfuckers, bro.
So what? So what?
96
They had
Pac
to
was
do
the
that.
man.
They
I
had
don't do
it.
that. I don't do that.
keep it a
See how
buck.
I'm coming to Nas' defense, y'all? See?
They don't care,
You
bro.
see?
Go ahead. You got something to say about Aaron's wild comment, bro?
Aaron, he specifically asked, what the fuck did Biggie do better than Nas? First of all, not then.
Don't be that guy. Let him live. Let him live.
Punctuation.
Bro. He was upset.
Yeah, he was upset. Yeah, you can't write properly when you're
Grammar.
that upset. Girl records, club records, dance records.
Sell albums.
Say it again?
Yo.
Sell albums.
Records
Yo.
for the ladies.
So he
Yo.
sold more albums, but that's neither here nor there in this conversation. I don't.
I mean, when you talking about 2 artists that are similar artistically in their ability, I think that does matter. We're not talking
All
about
right.
MC Hammer and you know what I'm saying?
I feel you. But yeah, man, like this is what I'm saying when I talk about like Biggie being the best all around MC, because there's no lane he couldn't go down and not kill it. Like he killed every lane. Like he like just mastered every single possible type of rap hip hop song you could think of. Party, girls, hard records, street records, storytelling, the backpack shit, right? Had mad joints with DJ Premier. You know what I mean? That's
right.
you know
And
what I mean.
folks- and
Every
folks-
lane.
At the end of the day, yes, Illmatic influenced the entirety of
Hip-hop.
hip
Nobody's
hop.
saying that didn't
But
happen.
why do you think It Was Written came after? Because he saw what Big did with Ready to Die.
Wanted that glitz.
Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, what do you mean Big didn't influence Nas? He switched up his whole fucking style.
Yo, y'all niggas is trying to get us canceled. man.
Sorry, Nas, man.
Damn, son. It's not
I
even
mean,
me tonight.
Big got at Nas on kicking the door over that.
And Victor.
You right?
Yeah.
You right. You right. I mean, it's
But
the Nas fans.
it's just
They feel
both
like
of
we're
these-
supposed to say good things about Nas all the time.
Both of these things can exist. I can
though.
think Biggie is a better all-around MC and rapper, but still think that still feel that Nas is my personal favorite. For
How, bro? How?
Because songs like I Gave You Power or Undying Love, right? Nas is like the unreleased shit, his feature, fucking the shit with Wu-Tang with Ray and Ghost. That's all-time, like one of the all-time great verses.
Verbal Intercourse.
Verbal Intercourse, thank you.
So
I'm
not
a
the
little-
joint that
I'm a little
Cool played in the battle that he swore by. What was that one called again?
Who?
Durags.
Silent
Oh,
Murder.
Durag-
Silent
Durag-
Murders.
No,
Silent Murder.
No, no. I said it then.
Silent Murder
Don't
is
do that
better
to
than I
Silent
Got a
Murder.
Story to
It's not
tell.
Silent Murder. It's cool, but go ahead.
I'm not. I mean, Silent Murder is not necessarily a versus type of song, but Silent Murder is heat.
You right.
It's heat.
It's
all right.
Nas, man. Like, we not comparing Nas to No Fly, but this is Biggie fucking Smalls, man. Like,
Yeah.
come
You know
on.
what I
Have
mean?
have some
I'm a
fucking
Pac
respect,
fan.
bro.
I'm the Pac
Have
fan.
some fucking respect.
Pac is my
bro.
goat. Y'all know what? Biggie was nicer than Pac, y'all. Like, we could
not saying
believe
much.
two things at once. You know what I mean?
It's not saying
He called
much.
me. He called me.
Yo,
Line was stoned.
yeah.
fuck that. Yo, y'all wildin'. This time, I'm not even like trying to like be nice to the comments. Y'all niggas is wildin'. Like, have some respect for Big. Big is the shogun of the borough, the city, everything. Rap. Like, a lot of niggas, they template come from Big, bro. It is what it is. We've reached the point in the episode, we bringing it to a close. We're trying to be on time. To say the rap sound, the last time we was here, bro, we did not get on your lawn.
Yeah.
You didn't kick us off your lawn, bro. So this week, is it lit? We back in business?
Listen, I mean, we kind of went through it in the mailbag, but like, I
Can I
just
hit
kind
the
of.
drop?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yo,
Yeah.
stands of all shapes and sizes and of all lanes. Y'all gotta start, especially if you grown men being stands,
Yeah.
being up in the comments, like coming to the defense of like another grown man that don't know you, right? And like Mase said, if you're like this person's offspring, right? If you Destiny Jones, you definitely gonna come to Nas's defense with that type of vigor. But if you're a grown man and you're
In your 40s.
in your 40s, late 30s, 50s, whatever,
And still Matic is in your
and
name.
and still Matic is in your name. And again, this is not just for the Nas stands. This is for stands in general. Eminem stands, Kanye stands,
Just dance.
all stands.
Pac stands. Y'all
all
making
around.
us look fucking bad.
Yo, stop the standing shit, bro. Like, y'all grown men, have a life, go outside, enjoy yourself, go on a date, go to the movies,
Live life.
go to the park,
Clap some cheeks.
clap some cheeks, get some head, do something, man. But get these motherfuckers out of your head 24/7. Like, you really gonna go that much out of your way to defend somebody that
Yes.
does not know you?
Yes.
That they don't even know you exist, bro.
Don't care if
mean?
he died today.
Even the
Good
golden child.
Lord.
So what you saying, Sam?
Stop the standing. Get off these niggas' nuts, man.
And
Get off my lawn.
sir,
Fuck.
Eddie Kaine, we appreciate you coming to the
Yo,
Rap
thanks for having
Roundtable
me,
tonight,
man.
bro.
Y'all bugged out, man.
We would love to have you back. I know you cooking up.
Yes,
Next
sir.
project you whipping up before it drops, we'd like to have you back on here to chop it
Anytime,
up, talk about that
anytime.
new project. But before you go, let the listeners know where they can find you on the socials, where they can find your music.
All right, IG @ Eddie Kaine. That's the only thing I'm rocking with right now. I had Twitter for a minute, but I don't talk.
It's
shit.
nasty on Twitter.
Yeah,
That's Kaine with an I,
ugly.
folks. Kaine with an I.
Kaine. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And EddieKaine.com. It's updated on a regular. That's where all the content is. From videos, interviews, old music. If you want to catch up, Everything there, man.
Performances, if you want to tap in.
All of that. Everything,
All of that.
EddieKaine.com.
Yet again, bro, we appreciate you pulling up, giving us your
Anytime,
time, man.
man. I appreciate
this
that.
was
Word.
fun. Shout out to Eddie Kaine, 100%. One of the nicest niggas out. Not just New York. One of the nicest niggas out.
In the game.
Rim.
That, man.
He in the cup.
My
We
brother
need you
Rim
at this
here.
table
Yo,
next.
Rim, shout to Rim. He
Bro,
dead
we
nice.
should,
Less.
you needed a mic halfway
Rim is
through,
dead
bro.
nice.
I
We
mean,
need you on the mic, bro.
Yo.
You gotta come back, bro.
I heard Rim on the joint. I said, this nigga nice.
Nigga's nice, bro.
Yeah, I heard 2
Listen,
joints.
come on,
Shit.
bro.
Different.
Come on.
He got some crazy shit coming soon too, but
Oh,
looking
I'll let him-
forward to it. Say that.
I'll let him
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay.
That
Dini.
too. That
So
too.
you know the
Work.
vibe. Shout out to Eddie Kaine for pulling up
Yeah.
to the Rap Round Table. We've been fucking with you heavy. Glad to have you fucking with us. Rims, you next, baby.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Masito, voice of the young people. Sincere
good.
the rap snob. That beat you hear playing is him. Every
Yes,
beat
sir.
you hear on this pod
If
is
y'all
him.
need beats, Eddie, if you need
If
beats
you
for the next
rap,
project, holla
Eddie.
at us. You know what I mean?
Fuck with us.
Josh, when it fades out, turn that. Wait, where's Josh?
He just disappeared. But
Jav the point guard. I am D, the balance of the force. We are the Rap Round Table. Shout out to everybody who love us. We love y'all. We out.
The heroes you need. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Boop, boop, boop.